All right, welcome to another video of the Kitchen Gaze. Tonight I am making meatloaf. This is my own recipe. I kind of deviated from like the usual meatloaf. So what I have here is I have about 2 pounds of 80-20 ground beef. I usually like to use 90-10, but 80-20 is what I had. So to that, I'm gonna add about 3/4 cup of Italian seasoned breadcrumbs, and there's also about a 1/2 cup of panko breadcrumbs. Just gonna add that in there. And then I have about 2 tablespoons of milk. That's all that I usually put in mine. Still adds plenty of moisture. Gonna dump that in there. I have 2 eggs that I cracked into a separate bowl. Make sure there's no shells or anything like that in there. And in my meatloaf, I like to add some Worcestershire sauce. Just gives it more of a depth of flavor, more of a meaty flavor to it. Just a couple splashes of that. And usually meatloaf has like ketchup and mustard in it, but I've actually found that I like the taste of it better without the ketchup and mustard and stuff like that in it. But I'm gonna add some Parmesan cheese. Now this next part, I'm gonna add all the seasonings, all that kind of stuff. I like to add some Italian seasoning. And again, this part of it is whatever your preference is on taste. I'm gonna add some crushed red pepper flakes. Have a little grinder here. I like mine a little spicy. Some cayenne pepper, because like I said, I like it a little spicy. But with this, you just want a little bit. A little bit goes a long way when it comes to heat. Some onion powder, a little dash of that, a little dash of some garlic powder, a little bit of salt, and then some fresh cracked black pepper. And that's all there is for ingredients for this. So next I'm just gonna mix it up. All right, so we're good. We're getting ready to mix this. Best way, some nice, fresh, clean hands. And you just get in there, mix it all around. And with meatloaf, the best thing is to not over mix, which is why I'm not using like the big stand mixer or anything like that. There's no need. Just give this a good mix. Make sure you're getting all those flavors mixed in together. Next, we're gonna go ahead and get it into our baking dish. I just did a quick little spray with cooking spray just to make sure it doesn't stick. I know some people use like loaf pans and stuff like that. I do not. So we just put the meatloaf down in there. And I leave a little bit of a gap at each side. At least I try to. And later on I'll show you why. But we just get this down in there, make sure there's nothing left in the bowl. Now that we have it all in the pan, it's all shaped, ready to go, I'm just gonna cover it with foil. This will go into a preheated oven. I have it preheated to 400 degrees. This will bake with the foil on for 30 minutes. Take it out, take the foil off, check it, and then we'll be back to let you know how it goes. Okay, so the meatloaf has been in for 30 minutes. And like I said, I usually like to use the 90-10. because it's less fat. Because there's more fat in the 80-20, you can see there's some grease. So I just pour it out, and then we will put it back in for another 30 minutes.
That's nasty.